I've been around Jimmy since 2003. In fact, I joined his staff over at East Wake in 2003, came out of Pine Forest High School where I've been with Dean Sappos for a number of years. And Jimmy's a guy that lets you coach as a coach. There's a lot of guys out there that tell you to do it a certain way, and they pretty much run your program, and you're pretty much a robot type synopsis for those type of guys. But Jimmy's a guy who's a player's coach, and he's also a coach's coach in that aspect, because he allows you to do your job, and he knows, you know, you're very capable of doing your job, and he allows you to do it. We take it one game at a time around here. We've got to, of course, play Clayton. We've got to play the Comets Friday night. They're a heck of a ball team. Got some great, phenomenal players on there. Got dual threats at that quarterback position, strong arms back there. And of course, 88, they're split in, is always a threat too on the offensive side of the ball. So we got a lot to handle. You know, in aspect-wise, it could come down to a three-way tie in the conference, depending on what happens the next two Friday nights and the way it finishes up within conference at the end of the season. Of course, we got Nightdale then. So there's a lot of scenarios that are going on right now, but our biggest scenario is we've got to go play Clayton Friday night.
You just take it as a week-to-week basis, you know. Of course, we want to win conference and we want to make a deep run in the playoffs, but you got to take it one game at a time.
Who would you say is your biggest in-conference rival?
I feel like all of them are pretty big games, but the county games really mean a lot to us, and Garner's obviously a really big test to us. Each year we've gone to not like our goal, but we've reached many objectives, but we haven't reached our big goal, which is the conference title in the deep run in the playoffs. And each year we haven't been able to finish, and so he's been instilling it in us to finish, and we have unfinished business this year.
Ain't nothing really different this season. What we're really trying to do is just keep on improving like the way we have been these past couple years. I mean, you take a look a couple years back, we don't even make the playoffs, and now we're tied for first in the conference, and it's a great feeling. I expect them to play really hard. We've had some really good games with them these past couple years. They got a lot of threats. They got 88's really good threat. We're gonna have to work on him a lot, and best I can say is that we're gonna go and we're gonna give our best to him. Our biggest rival, whoever we play next.
We definitely, during the offseason, we work hard as anybody. And our main goal is to make it to states and win, obviously. So we've been striving for that. And we just come out and go 100% every day at practice. And this is what we hope our result can be. This is a huge game, you know. This is a momentum builder. And Clayton is a tough team. They've always been tough. We've always had a back and forth game with them over the years, so this should be a good matchup.
You know, I think a lot of it is the players, but it's not necessarily talent. It's the relationships that the coach and players can build, and build the trust and build the buy-in factor. I think that was our biggest thing here, is the players immediately bought into what the staff was trying to coach apart, and so that's why we've had the early success. Yeah, actually, Coach Williams was at East Wake when I was at Wake Forest High School, so you know I've known him for a while. He's a great coach. I think him and his staff is first class over there, and they're a really well-coached, physical, strong football team. So, you know, like you said, my first year at South as head coach, they beat us, but last year we got them 17-13. So, you know, I look for a good football game on Friday night. No, I think we're ready. You know, coming off last week's game, I was kind of worried about Monday's practice, but we honestly came out and had a fantastic Monday's practice, and today has been solid as well. And so when we talk about the process, as long as the kids come to work every day, then that's kind of how I gear it.
We just really, the whole team's all in this year. So we're just really going game by game, and then it's more like game prep, watching a lot of film for every team. And it's really all in. It's really big. Say if we beat West, then they'll forget about Garner, you know? That's what we're going for.
It's going to be a big game. I mean, we're bringing our A game, they're bringing ours. We're just going to do the best we can and hopefully come out with the win. We just get better every year. I mean, next year we'll be way better, so we just get better and better till we, you know, make it up to states.
This year is a whole completely different type, everything really. I mean, we're running different defenses, more looks, more film time, just a whole different coaching unit coming in is just a lot better. We've been talking about winning Johnston County all around, so that's good. It's a big game on our schedule so far.